What's good, Panther Nation? It's your boy, Myron McRae, a.k.a. Tornado McRae, across the skies of the internet, here with another episode of Panther Pride TV, your one-stop shop for all your Panther notifications and Panther obligations. And guys, it is Friday, so you made it to the end of the week, you lovely, lovely Panther hooligans, Panther faithful. Happy to see y'all make it to the end of the week. Hopefully you already have the day off and you can enjoy your weekend. Hopefully work is going smooth so you ain't got to deal with that crazy coworker. Hopefully you're just, you know what, out on vacation. You might be watching this in Cancun, Cozumel, Mallorca, Barcelona. Like, you know, I've traveled there sometimes here and there. And it's just fun to enjoy your summer with your family, your friends, and everybody else. But, guys, we're going to get into today's Friday docket. A few things. It's going to be kind of a little more fun show, I think, or at least towards the end of it. I'm trying to make this, like, you know what? I want Fridays to be the fun days, and just be a little more silly. But, you know, we'll get into that. But first thing I do want to talk about. So, Dan Orlovsky. We all know Dan Orlovsky. We know his takes and everything. I respect Dan. I really do. I like Dan Orlovsky as an analyst and as a commentator, truth be told. So, Dan Orlovsky put out a bold statement for the 2025 season, upcoming into the 2025 season. And he was more so talking about the quarterback class, and not specifically just this draft class, but just the quarterback crop in the NFL in general. And he was on the Pat McAfee show, and they asked him in regards to current young quarterbacks who have been in the league a few years now, who he thought is going to make the biggest leap in their career going into next season. And the shocker, he actually picked Bryce Young. Which, hey, shout-outs to Dan Orlovsky for believing in Bryce the way we do, man. But he said, if I had to bet on one, it would be Bryce. I would tell you Bryce Young. I think what he went through last year and not breaking and then having some success, some of the success he had at the end of the season, then the addition of Tech McMillan. One of the things that probably doesn't get talked about enough in regards to the whole situation in Carolina is Canales is a really good coach. We've got 3 different places where he's gone and been their coach, and he's had success. So I believe in their coach. I believe in the young quarterback. This is also an offensive line that's going to get really physical and really good. Think about their perimeter players. You're talking 6'4" and 6'4", so they're just physically a problem. So, you know, Bryce was the number 1 pick, not because he wasn't talented. He just went through some tough times his rookie year. So I think Bryce is on the board to make a really big jump. Hey, Dan. Hey, Dan. Dan, see, this is why I like you, Dan. This is why I like you, Danny. Like, you gonna say the things that some people don't want to say or not the popular opinion. But I appreciate that Dan Orlovsky did believe in Bryce Young like that. And he also addressed, hey, Canales is a great coach. Hey, this offensive line is going to be physical and really good. Hey, they actually have big physical receivers that can be an issue, and it can make everybody's life, honestly, a living nightmare. So I do believe Bryce is poised to make a breakout year. I believe in Bryce doing well this year. Do I think he's going to have MVP 4,000-yard season? No. But I think this year, if I'm having to make an official confirmation, if I haven't already, I think Bryce is going to shut up all the bust talk this year. I think the talk of him being a bust is going to go away after a really consistent year and a foundational year where he's able to be consistent. He's with the same coach. He's got the same teammates. He's got the chemistry. He's got the confidence. It's going to start coming to fruition. I'm not saying he's going to be the MVP. I'm not. Please don't get my words twisted. But I do think Bryce is going to make that leap. And rather than being the 25th, 27th quarterback in the league, I think he makes that jump to 20, that 18 to 20 range. And he just continues to improve. And people are going to be like, okay, this is why he was the number 1 pick. Okay, when he actually has continuity and he actually has the same pieces that he can build up on and a foundation, Bryce Young really is good like that. And hopefully, the two small talks will cease to exist. They will just shut up because I'm sick and tired of them. But Dan Orlovsky, appreciate you for just shouting out our QB, and I love that. Next, got to talk about this, man, because with Dan Orlovsky and the Pat McAfee Show, there's other networks and other news outlets that don't believe so much. So, Yahoo Sports revealed their offseason power rankings, or one of their NFL analysts has revealed his NFL power rankings, and he's been doing it article by article. So, this is as of today. This is as of today's article that I saw. He hasn't released the rest of the list yet, but I just know, just off of this, I figured it out. And he has Carolina on here. Here's the thing, bro. Frank Schwab, who wrote this article, has Carolina listed as the 29th team in the power rankings. He has them ranked at 29th. The only teams worse than Carolina on his list, the Titans, the Saints, and the Browns. So, to him, off rip, you mean to tell me to him, the Giants, the Patriots, the Jaguars, and the Raiders are already better. The Bears and the Jets are already better. And I read throughout his article, and his main point is he believes that the Panthers are pretty much going to be the same team this year as they were last year, just a little bit more feisty. So rather than 5 wins, maybe 6 wins and a potential 7 wins. But he doesn't think it's going to be much of a difference. He does have hope for Bryce Young and going forward and going in the right direction, but he still says this is the worst defense in the league, regardless of the offseason moves, and that's not going to change. It's not going to make a difference, because here's how he ended his article, bro. He ended his article with this. The Panthers are another offseason away from being a playoff contender. Another round of adding talent to the defense is necessary. In the meantime, the Panthers should be surprisingly fun to watch. They're going to score plenty of points and give up a boatload of them too. And that's okay. The Panthers shouldn't have a vision of a playoff berth this season, just growth from young players and Bryce Young in particular. If that happens with a bunch of 38-35 losses, the Panthers can go into the next offseason thinking they're one big defensive draft and some key free agent additions away from competing in the NFC South. Considering where the franchise was the day Young was benched last year, that's some serious progress. Frank. That's honestly what this offseason was for us. Even if it wasn't through the draft, the free agency additions and the draft included, this was our big defensive offseason. We went and got Bryce the weapons to do so. We are able to contend in the NFC South right now. I firmly believe that we can genuinely contend for the NFC South this year. Am I guaranteeing we win it? No. But I definitely think we can contend. I don't see why you think we're not. Talking about you're just going to have a bunch of 38-35 losses. Bro, what? And you're saying, hey, you're making progress, you're heading in the right direction, but you're another year removed from that, and we're ranked 29th. Bro, I keep coming back to this. You mean to tell me, as a franchise, in terms of the direction we're going, in terms of the direction that we're heading, you're telling me the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Las Vegas Raiders, the New York Giants, and the New York Jets, and the New England Patriots, and the Chicago Bears, right now, from the way the season ended to right now, all of those franchises are in a far better place than the Carolina Panthers. All of those franchises are in a much stronger place to contend for a playoff spot than the Carolina Panthers. Mind you, The Jaguars, the Giants, the Raiders, and New England all had worse records than us, with us having the worst defense in history. But all of them are ranked higher on this list. The only teams that are not ranked higher than us are the Titans, the Saints, and the Browns. Like, Jacksonville really kills me. The team that picked second overall in the draft this year is in a better place, according to your power rankings, than us. I agree with them saying that we're going to put up a lot of points and whatnot, and we're going to be fun to watch. I agree with that. I genuinely agree with that. And we're going to have some 38-35 losses on the record. We're definitely going to have some of those because we had them last year. We're the cardiac cats for a reason. Like, we either lose big or we win close, bro. Like, I don't know. That's just like the way the franchise moves. But, bro, I really can't take that seriously. I can't take that fully seriously. And I get where some of these analysts are, and a lot of them, I think, are stemming from the place of, oh, well, Carolina, because their defense was so bad, there's no way they could have got better. There's no way they're better than 29th. And I don't even see the logic, because it's like, logically, to me, I'm not saying we're 15th best ranked. I would have put us 25th. I could see 25th, 27th, like, I'm okay. I'm more okay with us being behind Chicago and the Jets because we had the same record than us being behind teams that were worse than us. Do I think we're better than where the Jets and the Bears are? Absolutely, 1,000%. Considering all we gave up to Chicago, you would think they were supposed to be leap years and bounds better than us. And yet you're finishing with the same record than us 3 years later. Because y'all said Caleb Williams was that guy way better than Bryce Young. I'm just saying. That's me. But overall, Frank, you missed on this one. You missed on that one. You had the vision. You had pieces of the vision, but I think you missed. That's just me, but I don't know. I could be biased, and if I am, hey, so what? Big whoop. Want to fight about it? Like, I'm a Panthers fan. I'm a fight for the Panthers, bro. And lastly, guys, a little fun thing I wanted to do today. So today we're gonna play Would You Rather. We're gonna play Would You Rather Panthers edition. I might start doing this a lot more on Fridays or something like that. Just see how y'all feel about it. Let me know if you even like this segment or not. But guys, for today's Would You Rather, all right, here's the situation. We're adding a player to our current defense today. We're adding a player to our current defense today. They will be in their prime. And we will not there are no cap room issues. Like, we can sign them whatever amount we need. No issues, right? Y'all got it? Okay. So now, who would you rather add to our current defense to help with the 2025 season? Julius Peppers or Luke Kuechly? Nani? Who would you rather? Who would you add? Would you add prime Julius Peppers or prime Luke Kuechly? Mind you, we all know how bad our rush defense is. Julius Peppers, one of the greatest tackle for loss and sack machines in history, as well as we were bad. We were third worst in getting sacks last year. Like, we were third worst in getting sacks. Or do we add a linebacker, the linebacker in Luke Kuechly, Super Captain America himself? I almost said Superman. I don't know why, but he played like Superman, so yeah, it makes sense. Who would you rather have going into 2025 for our defense? I'm going to let y'all know. And I've seen both play. I've seen both in their prime. I love both. Oh, man. Damn. This is close. I'm going to have to take Luke Kuechly because I get the run stopper that I get in Julius Peppers, but I also get a great coverage guy. Even if not great, a good coverage guy at that second level. And if that front seven, or not even that, if the D-line is just bad, if they miss, I know Luke Kuechly can plug that up. I know Luke Kuechly's going to be there. I'm not saying that Julius Peppers wouldn't. What I am saying is Julius is already on the D-line. You get past Julius, there's nothing else on the back end. At least with Luke, if they get past Derek, Tershawn, and Bobby, I got Luke Kuechly sitting there. Then if y'all want to try and run something over the top, like run something across the middle, whatever, Luke Kuechly's there. And that man knows almost everybody's playbook. So I'm probably picking Luke Kuechly. I'm pretty sure people aren't going to think this is as hard of a question, but some might. Some might, bro, because remember, Julius Peppers in his prime? Julius Peppers in his prime ain't no slouch, and I don't want anybody to think, oh, it's clear, cut, and dry, because it's not. It's not. I don't care what you say. I think it's a real good question, but that's just me. Let me know what y'all think. And, guys, lastly, going to get into y'all favorite segment. That's becoming one of y'all favorite segments. Panther Nation speaks their truth. So we go sit there, read the comments of what y'all had from the last video, and first comment that came up, man. I've seen this young man comment a lot lately. I love it. Kareem J. Sanders says, give us Samuel at cornerback and Blackman at safety together. We got a Super Bowl team. Hashtag keep pounding. Oh, right. Okay, Kareem. Hey, I like the confidence. Do I think it's a Super Bowl team? No. I think we have the potential. Because think about it. Wild card runs happen all the time. Shoot, Eli Manning won 2 rings as being a wild card team. So the potential is there. Do I think it's a guaranteed Super Bowl team? Absolutely not. But do I think that makes it have the potential to make a playoff run? Yes. I could see that. Next comment we got comes from Bamos803. And this is in regards to Chris McCaffrey on the All-Century team. Says, to keep it a buck, CMC is overhyped. And it's overhyped. Sorry, not sorry. Nani? Hey. Hey, Bamos, CMC's overhyped. Like, I'll say this. Can I see CMC getting replaced on that list? Like I said, he has an argument for third, and I'm not going to sit there and act like CMC wasn't overutilized because, shoot, when you're asking this man to be the lead rusher as well as the lead receiver, you're asking him to do a lot, which is why he was as injury prone as he was. If you want to say he got injury prone, cool. I can concede to that. Overhyped? I can't agree with that. I low-key can't agree with that because when the man's on, bro. We've seen what he can do in San Francisco. We've seen what he did in Carolina. When he is on and he has like a well-balanced system like that where not everybody can just key in solely on him and he's the only part of the offense, listen, it spreads everything out just enough to where CMC is just, hey, he's a problem. And then lastly, last comment comes from Dominic Faison, 5889, and this is in regards to the wide receiver group that was selected for the All-Century team. He says, I agree. Larry is most definitely him. Way better than Julio. Heck, I got Smitty over Julio. Hey, man. Hey, speak your truth. Speak your truth. If you got Smitty over Julio, cool. I just know Larry Fitzgerald gets lost in the sauce a lot for greatest receiver conversations because he didn't have the, throw it to me persona that a T.O., a Calvin Johnson, a Julio, Randy Moss. Like, he didn't have the quote-unquote receiver ego that a lot of people did. He just worked with his team, did his thing, and when you look at the numbers and what he was able to accomplish with what he had, Larry's got to be in that conversation, bro. Larry's got to be in that conversation. And lastly, guys, before we go, want to give a big shout-out to happy birthday to Mallory, courtesy of her husband, Tyler Ross G1. Mallory, we hope you have a fantastic birthday, ma'am. Like, she's turning 22. Hope you have a fantastic birthday. Tyler, I saw the comment. I had to make sure I got that in here. Mallory, your husband loves you. We hope you, everybody here at Panther Nation, hope you have a blessed and fantastic birthday. Enjoy it. Live it up. Be safe if y'all going out doing your thing. Get an Uber or whatever the case may be. Don't want anything to happen to y'all, but hope you have a blessed time. But guys, that's all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell at the bottom so you can always be notified of when I drop these videos. Also, comment below and let me know, what are your thoughts about Dan Orlovsky's prediction for Bryce and the team going into 2025? How do you feel about these power rankings that came from Frank Schwab at Yahoo Sports? Do you think we're 29th? Do you think we're better? Do you think he got it right, wrong, anything in between? And lastly, who would y'all choose to add to this defense for this year? Luke Kuechly or Julius Peppers? Let me know all that in the comments because at the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with two tats. Peace. Much love to all of you in Panther Nation. Take care. Later days. Have a great weekend. And as always, keep pounding. I'll see you next time.